Hello and good afternoon, Leadership Tampa Alumni. We're so happy to have you join us here today. I'm Amanda Juliano with Juliano Law, class of LT 13, and your current LTA chair. We're really excited to welcome you today for this exciting virtual tour of Midtown. As you can see, we're not letting the COVID crisis slow us down. We are being safe, but we also want to provide the programming that you have to expect. So for this webinar, just a reminder to everybody, if you have any questions while we're doing our virtual tour, please utilize the Q&A function, and we'll be happy to answer as many of those as we can. For now, I'm going to turn it over to Anna Walraff, our programs chair, LTO4, to kick us off. Anna?
Thank you, Amanda. And welcome, everyone. I'm Anna Walraff. I'm president of Walraff Architecture and Interior Design, LTO4. And this is not a project I'm working on, darn it. I'm very excited to share it with you because the gentleman who's in charge of the project is an old friend who probably worked together on the very first project he did when he first moved to Tampa. Fred Hames is the executive VP for Bar and Bar Construction. And we also have with us Robin Bishop, who's the senior director of agency leasing. And both Robin and Fred were class of 02. So Fred, can we get you to join us?
Sure.
So tell us about your organizations and what part are you guys from the project?
Well, Bar is a commercial general contractor, construction manager, design builder. We've been in business for about 97 years. You know, we're from New York City, Boston, in the southeast area, where our base of operations are. Right now, we've got a lot of exciting projects going on in the Bay Area. This is probably one of our key signature projects we're doing, and we're very, very excited about it. A lot of what we've got going on here is something that we've been working on, me personally with Robin for the last 20 years. When we first met the Bromley folks with Bill Haynes and Nick and the whole family, and started talking about the vision for this intersection and what was going to happen.
Is Robin able to join us, Michelle?
She might not hear you.
Michelle, is Robin able to join us?
Yes, she's on the line.
I'm here.
Great.
Okay.
So,
Anna, thank you so much for reaching out to us to give Leadership Tampa an overview of Midtown Tampa. I'm sure that everybody has heard about this project for quite a while. I am a 40-year veteran of the commercial real estate industry here in Tampa, and had the great fortune of meeting the Bromley companies back in calendar year 2000. And as Anna pointed out, Fred and I both were in a Leadership Tampa class of 2002. But I want to share with the class that we were, you know, this is 20 years ago. We were on our LT bus headed up to Hillsborough Community College. I think it was Education Day. And Fred and I convinced the driver of the bus to pull in to the Midtown site so that we could show it off, because we were so excited about what was to come on that site. And so, FYI, in 2002, Fred and I stood in front of the Leadership Tampa group, our class, and proudly declared that we were about to break ground on this project. And fast forward 18 years, guys, and here we are. So I could not be more proud to be affiliated with this project. It has been a major, major undertaking to assemble the 23 acres there at Del Mabry and 275. No doubt one of the most high-profile locations in all of the Tri-County region. So very excited to be a part of the project, and very proud and happy for Bromley that after 18 years, a lot of patience and a lot of time and a lot of money, they have pulled together the most dynamic development in Tampa and partnered with some of the best in class to make this property reality. For example, on the residential front, where we have 450 units, you've got Crescent, you've got Concord Hospitality on the hotel side, Casto on the retail, and Highwoods has partnered with Bromley on the Midtown 1 office building located here. So I think you all should have a site plan on your screen right now. Obviously, we're bound to the north by 275, to the west, Del Mabry, Cypress Street, which is an absolute hot mess right now, all torn up under construction, being widened and getting ready for the red light for the entrance off the south side. And our boundary to the east is the Himes Avenue. And we have already, the city has already installed the red light at the main entrance, the front door, if you will, on the Himes Avenue entrance. So really great project. To be able to pull off all the components at the same time is just amazing. So 23 acres chock full of amenities. You saw the site plan. Now what you're seeing is the finished product. And you've got Whole Foods at 150,000 square feet. This is Midtown 1, which sits atop a retail base occupied by REI, the first to the market here. And by the way, the Whole Foods will be the largest Whole Foods in the state of Florida. Here and here, you can see with the crosswalk, are the 450 apartment units being developed by Crescent Resources. And one of the first things we did was put in this huge parking garage, because we all know how near and dear parking is to everyone. And by the way, for anybody looking to lease some office space in Tampa, Florida, I can give you 4 spaces for every 1,000 square feet, free of charge, and that's a real amenity these days. So on the east side of the site, you see these 2 office towers. Midtown 2 is proposed at 200,000 square feet, and Midtown 3 is 600. So we've got close to 1 million square feet of opportunities, and it's important to point out that everything you see on this canvas here is under construction and will be delivered for soft opening, believe it or not, end of this year. Even the office building shell will be complete, and we'll turn it over to tenants for tenant build out. So everything you see here, with the exception of these 2 office pads, and we're saving those for those special companies that want to relocate their corporate headquarters to Tampa. So that's a good overview of the components of the project. And this is the latest aerial, hot off the press. It gives you a good view of the site from above. And now you're going to get to be boots on the ground with Anna. She's right at home out there on that construction site, I can tell you that. So really appreciate y'all's interest.
Well, thank you, Robin. We're gonna head outside then and take you around the site. As you can see, we're wearing hard hats and vests and masks and lovely shoes. So you guys don't have to. And one person I want to introduce is behind the camera. Our cameraman today is Trey Walrath. Yes, he's my son. He is with the advertising agency called The Hawk in St. Pete. I'm not quite sure what he does, but I'm sure. I always say he's an editor, but he says he's not. He's a project manager of some sort. So anyway, thank you, Trey, for taking the afternoon off to help us. And now we're ready to go outside.
Let's do it.
We are just outside the field office of Bar and Bar, and I have to say, this is a very cool field office.
Well, this used to be one of the old office buildings that we left on site. There was multiple buildings. There's about 8 or 9 different buildings on the site. There were about 89 different buildings on the site. Major category. We left this. So this area right here that we're around, where the South Tower and South Garage, the building that you see right here, that's the hotel. January 8th. Right. That connects into Hines, right in, right over out of Hines. Towers, where we're starting to see building H. This is what they call the loft building or creative office space. Very cool, intuitive space. Very neat kind of project. And then let's make our way down. All right. So there's three general contractors total on site right now. We're Bar Bar managing the overall site, the office towers, all the parking garages, and all the landscape hardscape, and the other two restaurant buildings. The hotel is done by Kellogg's Kimley Construction. We run about 500 to 600 on the job site, and that's our average right now.
And what is the schedule?
Once you go, and then we'll bring other elements, catch up during the day. Got to spread the workforce out where they're not working on top of it. All
I disconnected from Wi-Fi. I figured Corey was gonna get good service over that way.
Hang on, everybody. We are checking on our difficulties here. Yeah, it's very slow connection. Okay, so we're gonna have to do like kind of stop, talk.
And you literally, if the mic is not in your hand, they cannot hear.
Yeah, it really needs to be right here.
Like,
Right.
try that? Okay. Gonna end up being the main drag right down here in the center. We have two high-end restaurants, these two locations. Once Summit gets a lot of this stuff off all the buildings, we'll start construction of these restaurants. That'll be done around January as well, and open for the residential and the hotel.
And tell us about this courtyard area.
This courtyard area is going to be really high-end finishes, really high-end, really connected to where everything is walkable in this whole development. So one of the things you'll recognize here is between the hotel, the apartment, the office, the any component, the loft, the creative office space. But if you see, everything on the ground level is all retail and accessibility. So no matter who you are and where you're at on the site, you have the ability to connect to any place on the site, whether it's the Whole Foods in the front parking garage, the REI in the West Tower, the True Foods right here in the courtyard. You can go any of these locations and have access to these restaurants and locations on the site. You don't have to enter a building to get access. You can go anywhere in the site. It's truly pedestrian friendly. It's going to be a really nucleus place for people to want to come.
We did have a question asking where the True Food Kitchen will be located.
That'll be located here in the center courtyard. And it'll be one of what we call the jewel box restaurants. They're really high end and really, really nice finishes and really high end details. It's all retail, all on the bottom. And like I said, the whole site, all the first floor on the entire site is all retail. So you have the ability to get the restaurants, shops, stores, and everything.
And you can tell because the floor height is so much bigger on the
Than the
sea
rest of the
floor
space.
than the rest of the spaces.
We'll get a good aerial view when we go to the West Tower. So you got a bridge connection here, and this connects basically the two residential units over here because they both have amenity decks and what have you with the resources. They're really nice urban apartments, great units. They're going to be really nice when they're done. This will connect that to create that resource. This building here, this is the Whole Foods. This is the parking garage, a lot of spaces for retail, the Whole Foods, as well as the apartments. And then you have the Whole Foods is going to be in the ground floor. Probably one of the biggest Whole Foods in the state. Very cool. Now this building is the West Tower. This is where you're going to have REI on the first floor. Then you've got, about 180,000 square feet of corporate office, Class A office above this. It's a beautiful building. We're going to go look at it. Really nice floor to floor, all really high-end curtain wall on this side. The other side's a big curvature wall, the big signature sail that goes across the top.
We did have another quick question come in about the Whole Foods. Is it the intention for the Whole Foods across the street closed once this one is open?
That is my understanding. I think they're shutting down and moving over here. This bridge right here connects the office building to that parking garage. That's where we'll have a lot of the spaces in for the parking garage. What we'll be providing for space. We'll let these guys unload their piece of equipment and we'll pick it up. Cool. Tower 1 back over there. Tower 1. Tower 1. Tower 1. So you have, we basically call the West Tower. And you got the South Tower where we were. And then you got a big tower in the north corner, which is called the North Tower. And we'll show you where that one. Is that the one they call it? One? I don't remember the names of it. That's the way we call it: north, south, west. Okay. And this will be a fantastic space with the REI. It's just going to be really neat to have that amenity here in the Tampa area. They're a great school. Yeah.
Where's the dog park?
Well, you'll see a walking park and walking trails that are getting built all the way around the pond. This pond here was a partnership with the FDOT when it expanded 275, and the Bromley companies worked hand in hand with the state, created that pond to help take stormwater overflow from this site as well as 275 to the one location. The Bromley companies made that pond a lot deeper. They dug that out about 6 feet to make it a much deeper pond to keep it really clean and create a nice walking trail all the way around. That's probably going to be the area where people will be able to walk their dog and have amenities and bring everything together there.
Well, while we're waiting for our ride, we had 2 more questions come in. Starting with REI, can you let people know what REI is and what that's going to be?
Yeah, REI is kind of like an outdoor sports store, kayak, camping gear, really high end, a lot of the North Face kind of equipment, that kind of stuff.
Okay, great. And then the residential units, a couple questions with them. First, when are they expected to open?
I don't know what Crescent Summit is scheduled for their opening date, but I know they're going to start doing their pre-lease.
And do you know the price points? Will there be a variety of price points for income levels?
I think there is a variety of price points. There's a variety of size units, but I think I don't have that.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
Let's come around here real quick. Some of the perspective you can take a look at is the bed within the building here, the curve. It really makes this building really, really nice, especially from the inside. It gives a different perspective. And again, that's all the parking that will be able to serve this office tower. Be able to come in through the ground floor or come in through here. Also, all the stormwater that's treated on the site is treated underneath that parking garage. It's about 60 feet wide, about 320 feet long, big retention vault that we poured and built underneath that parking garage to capture and treat all the water before it goes out into the Cypress or into the stormwater system.
Not to get into you guys with construction site, it's big and with this many entities working on it. It's really a tiny construction site. And
Yeah.
that may not mean a lot to people out there, but I know you guys have done a great job, and that's something to be proud of.
You know, I was walking with Bill Haynes with Bromley the other day, and you know, he hit a nail around the head. We're building a city in a 23-acre site, and it's truly becoming a city with all the different elements starting to come together. We're going to have probably 20 or 30 different contractors out here at one point doing all the different restaurant build outs and all that kind of stuff. We'll have as much activity as almost like International Mall did with all the different little retailers. Like we'll have here, all the different little retailers, all the little different restaurants getting built out, getting ready to open, drive out right at that same time. And again, this whole pond here is going to be landscaped, and we'll get a really good view of it.
What is this structure right here?
That is just a mock-up. That's what this building, the skin of this building is. So that's the glass, the metal, the canopies, the precast, and that's all that this and all the skin on this tower is going to be. So if you imagine there is, you know, so many easements on the site, so many different utilities on here on the site. Everything had to get ripped out. There were, you know, hundreds of structures here at one point or another. Different offices, different, you know, the gas lines, everything. They had to put in a whole utility structure to support this city. So all new water, all new fire, all new sewer, all new storm. Everything had to get built in this entire site to support all this. It's pretty amazing. All right, watch your step. All right, you want to know why they call it Midtown? This is it. You got the congestion and craziness over there in the West Shore area, and then you got your view of downtown right here. This is point central of everything that's going to be going on in this city. It's a fantastic location with everything going on. That's the parking garage. There's all the workers, second shift worker guys working on the summit. residential component right there. And as you can see, the views from this office building are going to be incredible. So this just gives you another perspective of everything going on, the parking garage, the hotel. This is the Whole Foods over here. And again, this is going to be the views from this office space right here. We're on the 8th floor of the West House. So this view right here, this is going to be the parking, the Whole Foods right out front, off John Avery, right in the center here. And then the Whole Foods right here in the corner, right down here. And I'll show you the lake pond. So you can see this pond again. There's a significant amount of expense put into making sure this is dug down, where you don't have a bunch of cattails and stuff sticking out from the pond, and it all looks really nice and clean. There's not a bunch of moss growing in it, so it's going to be a really nice amenity. You can see turtles already taking place, carp in there, all kind of fish. There's going to be a walking path built around that lake. It's going to be a really, really nice amenity for everyone.
Is this going to be the tallest building in Midtown?
No, I think the West Tower, South Tower is going to be a few taller, and then the North Tower, I think, is going to be the tallest. It's scheduled to be the tallest building. You good?
We are good. We did have one more question quickly about the residential units. Will they be both condos and apartments? So rentals and purchase, or?
I think from what I understand right now, it's all going to be off the rent.
Okay.
The North Tower is going to be right on the other side of that parking garage, and you see where the stair towers are up. That's going to be the creative office space, which is going to be about 75,000 square feet of office space in that corner of the site. So that's going to bookend that end of the site on that. Yeah, that parking garage, we built it so as the surface light you see there on the ground, as the South Tower or the North Tower get added, and they'll just expand that garage that way. And that'll pick up all the parking to commit to what Robin said, that everybody gets 4,000. It's all space over here. And this end to the site with all these amenities, it's sure different. Yeah, it's a lot. All right, do we anything else that we need to see or?
Let me see. I think another question came in. Okay, so the teal building's the parking garage, correct?
Yeah. You have a second floor connection in from that building into the west tower, into the second floor of the west tower, or you can go along with the ground floor. Yeah, that's the bridge connecting the parking garage into the tower.
And is the parking garage, that's for residential and office?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, I think we can start making our way back and let people keep asking questions on the Q&A. We're getting to them as fast as we can.
That is the amenity level. That's where the pool is and stuff like that.
Going down.
This is a view that has-
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Robert.
Yeah, I believe Robin mentioned in her early remarks that the hope is for both to be open by the time the Super Bowl comes through.
Yeah, the hotel's scheduled to be open. The Whole Foods, the REI is going to be driving to get complete by that time. So everything's starting to get closed in. Like I said, all the utilities are all run, all the infrastructure is all in place. Now we just got to tie everything up, get these other retailers in here. But all this is going to be retail space getting built out here. All those guys got to get mobilized, out there, little restaurants, shops, and everything else. There, like the Shake Shack, those kind of places. Right.
That's the one I'm looking forward to, Shake Shack.
Again, this is going to be the main track, goes all the way through the entire development right here. What's the name of this one? Midtown Drive. Midtown Drive. This is the Midtown Drive. Off Del Mabry. It goes, that's all the way through the high. This is another main access right off of Cypress. And then this will be, again, you'll have hotel on this side and residential on this side. As you come into the main square and turn around to the whole central area right there. We got the True Foods, some of those stuff
And retail or some amenities.
on both sides all the way in.
So we've had another question come in while we're walking, and Fred, you were talking about this a little, but on what street will the main entrance be for the complex?
We have Midtown Drive will be Cypress, Del Mabry and Hines. And then the road that comes right off the Cypress is what? Gramercy. It's called Gramercy, and that's the road that comes in, goes right to the basically center courtyard where that True Foods and the other restaurant. Well, these are the next level buildings. We'll be knocking these down, getting these out of the way, so we can this is to get prepared in case the South Tower needs to go. This is the next one. This is where we build a parking garage and office to support the next phase here.
So you'll have a trailer or some sort still.
We're going to be moving into a trailer off-site across.
It's amazing how much is fitting in this area.
Oh, when you think there's going to be a big building here, it's got 75,000 feet. So as tall as those chair towers, but as big as to the fence over there where that white truck is, all the way over here. That's going to be a significant size building there. This is going to be probably one of the coolest office buildings in the project right here. One of the coolest office spaces to have in the city. Right there with all this retail, all this action, it's going to be phenomenal.
Okay, any last questions, guys? Fill up the Q&A. Otherwise, we're going to.
I think we should give a shout out to the city of Tampa. You know, during this whole thing and this whole COVID crisis, we worked directly with Carol Post and her team and Jane. This thing, we would have shut down if it wasn't for them working with us, making sure all these workers were safe, creating protocols with the whole construction teams in the market to basically keep this stuff rolling. So they've been great to work with, keeping the inspections rolling, being very creative how we're doing inspection on off hours, and how they keep the jobs rolling. So, you know, we really got to be appreciative to the city we got and how they're working with us right now to keep these things going.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And am I still muted?
All right.
Well, thank you, Fred and Robert and Robin
Thank
for
you.
taking us on this amazing tour. And Amanda, you have some closing remarks?
I do. So thank you all again. Thank you for bearing with us with the technical difficulties in the beginning, but I hope you enjoyed the spectacular views and just this amazing development that's going to be right here in the heart of Tampa. So we're glad we could able to bring this to you. Just to let you know what's coming up, for those of you that haven't, we do have our book club, which is starting next month. We're going to be reading The Ride of a Lifetime by Robert Iger, who's the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. We'll have 3 opportunities for you to discuss the book, so I hope you'll come and join us. And looking ahead, we are hopefully, fingers crossed, going to start doing some in-person events in August, starting with August 7th, which is my rescheduled Chair's Choice event, which is going to be a reflection on the centennial of the 19th Amendment, which just works out okay because August actually is the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment. So we're really looking forward to this panel. Hopefully it'll be in person, but we will also have a virtual option. Other than that, thank you to Fred and Robert and Robin and everyone else here once again for letting us tag along and giving us the insider's view of Midtown. And we hope to see you all soon. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great afternoon.